I'm not ready to go back to school yet. So, with the school year fast approaching in under a month from the making of this video, I know that many students, especially those going into post-secondary studies, will be looking to buy a new iPad. And I wouldn't blame them. The iPad is one of the most universally known devices among students and is a great computer for the right tasks. And right now is actually a great time to buy an iPad because until September 27th, if you buy any iPad or Mac for college or university, there will be a slight discount and Apple will throw in a pair of AirPods for free. This video should help clarify which iPad is the best fit for your personal needs, whether it be taking notes during a lecture or watching just one more Netflix show. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Avery and I create videos about tech and student life on this channel. If at the end of this video you like what you watch, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as it really helps me out. It shows your appreciation for these videos and it also makes my relatives very happy. Just for some ground rules, I will be doing this video tier list style from S tier, which is the best, to F tier, which is the worst. I will mainly base my opinions off of how much value that I think a student, or anyone for that matter, will get out of each iPad. With all that out of the way, we're gonna go from the cheapest to the most expensive iPad, starting with the 10.2-inch iPad. Alright, since I know that all of you students out there are pretty much broke, the 10.2-inch iPad will probably be the best one for you because it's surprisingly affordable, yet can do almost everything that even the most expensive iPad Pro can do. It still has the traditional iPad design with some pretty big top and bottom bezels and the traditional Touch ID fingerprint sensor on the home button. The display will be adequate for most people with ample screen brightness and resolution. Performance should be ample for all the tasks that are done on an iPad thanks to the A12 Bionic chip that's inside. And it should be future-proof for at least the duration of most college degrees, unless you're going for a doctorate. This iPad also supports the first generation Apple Pencil and the Smart Keyboard. In my opinion, this iPad is the best option if you just want an iPad and you don't really care for all the other extra features. And because of that, it deserves the very honorable ranking of A tier. A for affordable for an iPad. Up next is the iPad mini, and in my opinion, it is really hard to think of the type of person who would want to buy this iPad. The iPad mini is pretty much identical to the 10.2-inch iPad in every way except for screen size, battery, and screen lamination. I think it could be good for people who want a smaller iPad, but the fact that it costs $100 more than the 10.2-inch iPad makes it really hard to justify its price, unless you really value portability. The iPad mini earns itself the rank of C tier. C for compact but costly. Next is the iPad Air, and I honestly believe that if you can afford it, this is the best value iPad that you can buy. It has most of the features of the iPad Pro, but at a much more affordable price tag. But not to say that $720 is affordable though. When the iPad Air was refreshed last year, it received the more modern iPad Pro design with squared off edges, an edge-to-edge display, and thinner bezels. The screen is up to the quality that you would expect from Apple with high brightness, resolution, true tone, and a P3 wide color gamut. The iPad Air shares the same A14 Bionic chip as in the iPhone 12 lineup and should offer more than enough performance for years to come. The thing that I think is really great about the iPad Air is its compatibility with the previously iPad Pro exclusive accessories, like the second gen Apple Pencil and the Smart Keyboard folio case, and also the outrageously expensive Magic Keyboard case. These accessories, in particular the second gen Apple Pencil, make the iPad Air pretty much as capable as an iPad Pro. in my opinion, the iPad Air is kind of like the Goldilocks of the iPads. It provides the best balance of performance, portability, and features all in a package that weighs less than a pound. And because of this, the iPad Air earns itself the remarkable rank of S tier. S for sky blue is the best color. Up next for an extra $200 is the 11-inch iPad Pro, which in my opinion is vastly outshadowed by the iPad Air and the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. That's because it's so similar to the iPad Air, but not as pro as the 12.9-inch Pro. Since most people who are looking to buy the 11-inch iPad Pro are probably comparing it to the iPad Air, I'm gonna list all the differences between the two to see if it's worth the extra $200. The upgrades on the 11-inch iPad Pro are as follows. The 120Hz ProMotion display, the M1 processor, more RAM, an ultra-wide camera, 5G connectivity, quad speaker audio, Thunderbolt 4 on the USB-C port, up to 2 terabytes of storage, and 128 gigabytes of storage on the base model. I will let you decide whether or not all of that is worth an extra $200, but in my opinion, it is not. And unless you really care about a 120Hz display, I would just save the money and buy an iPad Air with an Apple Pencil for the same price. The 11-inch iPad Pro is going to go into C tier. C for confined creative capability. Last but certainly not the least expensive is the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. First, let's address the elephant in the room. This thing is expensive as hell. It starts at $1,280 with education pricing. Configure that up to the max 2 terabyte storage with cellular, throw in an Apple Pencil and a Magic Keyboard, and you're looking at a price that is half the cost of tuition for most Canadian universities. Right off the bat, the 12.9-inch iPad Pro is already overkill for 99% of all students. Heck, I could even say it's overkill for 99% of all people in general. Yes, it is undoubtedly the best tablet that money can buy, but all the extra features won't actually matter to people like you and I. Unfortunately, the 12.9-inch iPad Pro is going to go into F tier. F for the absolute fortune that you will save by not buying this iPad. And that about covers it. Keep in mind that this is all my opinion, and every student is different and has different needs for their iPad. But if you are in the market for a MacBook instead, stay tuned because I will be making another tier list ranking all the MacBooks for students. As always, gently tap the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring that notification bell to be notified whenever I release a new video. That being said, I hope this video helped you out in some way, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.